You best start believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner. You're in one.
Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Visual Effects Artist React. You saw the Minecraft thumbnail. We're gonna be looking at that.
There's a history of Minecraft here, and so the standards are so high. I think the Minecraft movie deserves a little bit of redemption after how we treated it.
That's strange.
Why does everyone look so weird?
After you guys treated it.
I have a formal apology to make.
But you know what? We're also looking at some dolls and mirror shots.
We also look at Pirates of the Caribbean.
Can we look at Chicken Jockey?
You have to have an appetizer before the main meal. This is from a 1964 film, The Time Travelers.
1964, that's 100 years ago.
So there's a couple of really cool sequences in this wacky film. Here they are in the robot factory.
The power belt? Dude,
All
look
right.
at it. Look at their power belt.
Hold on, they gotta fix this robot here. So lie on the table, sir.
Come on, robot, get comfy.
Dude, I like these flesh bots.
Are they gonna take his head off?
USB cable unplugged.
How? There's still a dude there. Is he just like freaking flipping his head back so hard underneath the table? No way. Shot hasn't cut.
No.
There you go, a brand new head.
Oh!
The table was hollow underneath.
I saw a little hinge as he got up. It went. I tangibly see the mirror. I'm looking at the mirror. It's diagonal.
Classic dolls and mirrors.
I only noticed because we've looked at dolls and mirrors so many times here on the couch now that I'm like cued for it.
It's a mirror! It's a mirror! It's a mirror! That's all dolls and mirrors. God damn it.
But like, look at his shoulders. There's like part of the table that's like still kind of depressed down a little bit. When he gets up, it goes.
Oh, it was so close to being perfect.
It shows that the table appears hollow.
Yeah.
Trapdoor, come on. Oh! It was so close to landing it.
Whoa, wait.
It's a little time machine and it makes the rope go back together.
I thought maybe they were doing that in reverse.
Time
Those
drops.
are just magnets.
Time drops?
Put some time drops in this green milk and watch as the milk
Gets
goes
delivered to
away.
Luke.
Wow, the milk drinks itself.
Wait a minute.
What about the circle to square machine? Boink.
The circle to square machine. The self-drinking milk.
Self-drinking milk. That little circle to square machine is pretty sick though.
This is kind of.
I know how they did it.
I love this. This is like a children's science fair, but they just filmed it.
I thought maybe he had a tube hidden behind his finger going into the cup that was draining it, but he puts it down and lets go.
I think it's a double-walled glass.
Exactly, yeah, because it's filled up with liquid and he's just holding a hole, a vent hole, and once he moves his thumb, air can go in and the liquid goes down and then pours into the center of the glass and equalizes.
You can see how he had to compensate his grip by throwing his extra finger around
Yeah,
to grab it.
funny. Now, the circle to square machine, honestly, this thing is stumping me.
Really? I have this one. What we're actually seeing are 4 strips of metal with a hinge on the corner, and you're able to just rotate it out. It's like this, and then like this,
yeah.
and it flexes
I
to
can
make the
see
circle.
that. I can see
and then
that.
when it goes flat again, it's just 2 things like this.
That's funny. Okay, you're right. No, I see the little rivets or whatever in the corner.
Yeah.
It's funny to compare this to like the Avengers.
The circle to square machine.
That's Tony Stark's dad.
Oh my god. This is pretty well done. I like it.
It's so cute because it's just like, they're just showing us cool magic tricks. If I was a young child in, what, the 60s watching this, I would probably be pretty blown away. I'd be like, wow.
What's up everyone, Jordan here. And speaking of magic, I want to talk about our sponsor today, Vessi. They're like the shoe of the future. And here's why. Vessis are one of the most dynamic, lightweight, and breathable shoes I have ever worn. Not to mention, they're waterproof. Yeah, 100% waterproof. Today, specifically, I'm wearing the Pacific sneaker. It has this athletic design that has this enhanced cushioning, this lightweight feel. It has this extra padding on the back so that you can walk around in them all day and you'll be comfortable. And the best part about this, and this part's new, these come in half sizes, so you can find the perfect fit for you. Oh yeah, and did I mention they're waterproof? It's because of this Dynatex material. It keeps your feet warm in the cool months and cool in the summer months. No matter how wet your shoes get, you'll never overheat. And if they get all muddy and dirty, you can just throw them in the wash or go outside and hose them off. They're totally machine washable. Now listen, you can wear Vessies for almost anything, but for me specifically, I like to use them for my really active lifestyle. I can go work out in the morning, use the same shoes, come here, work at the studio, and my feet don't stink. Now listen, whether you're hiking, going to dinner, or working out, I can guarantee you Vessies are the shoe for you. And if you don't like them for some weird reason, you have 30 days to return them worry-free. Now, if these sound like the shoe for you, then click that link below or go to vessi.com/corridorcrew to get 15% off your first pair of Vessies. Okay, now for the reason that I know you're here.
Minecraft.
Let's get back.
All right, Minecraft. We're gonna kick it off with just a sweet looking scene.
Oh! Wow, they're screwed.
Everything that I was like worried about was gonna be bad in the trailer kind of worked out.
That's strange.
But why does everyone look so weird?
I don't know how I feel about it.
It's pretty fun. It's a charming movie. The effects are really cool and it's kind of funny.
I like how the Minecraft torch is actually like spewing out gas for the fire.
Yeah. It's kind of cool. You can see a skeleton through their body.
Dude, the creepers are so furry. Whoa.
Nice lighting.
Whoa. Yo! That was pretty sick.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. This one has some of the most satisfying CGI explosions I've ever seen. It is so convincing. The lighting helps a ton.
They really get that concussive, like, first flash.
The fireball is so minimal. The explosions grow and pop and flash. You feel like each one actually has like a blast to it. I mean, right there, now obviously they're going all out to make it look sick.
The physics systems they use in films to do explosions these days are fine for like rolling, billowing smoke and fireballs, but they kind of suck for the concussive part of an explosion. And they're doing a good job like getting that concussive blast with like the flashing light here. They hit you with that cool white flash first, turn it down, and then hit you with an orange flash second. So it's single frame of white, dark, single frame of yellow, and then that like anime explosion they're really known for. Another interesting thing is the flashes at the end there where they're like, and you have all the shadows of the creepers.
Yeah.
The CG artists are using lights that are separate from the explosions to cast the lights and the creepers and the shadows.
That's literally just animating a point light to be on and off for like a single frame at the
Yeah.
point of the creeper, so you get those sharp shadows. And then the fireball is then illuminating the scene after that.
It feels like they're working because they are not solely relying on like a fluid simulation to sell the impact. Because they're doing the tricks with the lighting, the color temperature changes, and like the single point light sources to actually get like some shading and shadows. There's just like a little more like control, I feel like, over them rather than just, physics simulation. Like a lot of nice touches happening. But I don't know, this one in particular stuck with me just because it was like, it's clean and satisfying.
Ooh, wow.
Isn't that nice? Just like the environments, the items are incredibly satisfying to look at.
It's very nice. Catches the light really well, and they have it backlit too. I do appreciate the fact that they didn't just simulate a sphere. They have the simulation mesh of that with all the little...
A voxelized sphere.
Yeah, the voxelized
It has all the,
sphere.
like, the actual physics mesh has the voxelized chunks or corners in it, because you can see it going tick, 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 as it kind of like settles.
Yeah, it's like that it rolls and it's like the aliased edge.
The aliased rolling.
Wait, is that real though?
It looks really nice.
That's not real though.
You don't think so?
No. Well, I'm just like, this ball looks very nice, and it's essentially a pretty simple model. It's like you have the 3D model of the voxelized sphere, but then you also have some sort of circular sphere inside of it that's blocking light. It's essentially a glass material with a little bit of absorption for the blue light there, and that's also being then cast out onto the ground there. And you got a combination of the shadow and then the removal of the shadow by the illumination of the transmissive light.
Yeah.
And then of course all the shine and the sheen on top, because the glass itself is still very, very reflective, and so the light source behind it, the window, directly reflecting off of it is gonna bleach out to white.
Yeah, it's so tangible the way they have the light bouncing around through it, but it's also only illuminating the wood grain.
Yeah.
You see that too?
Uh-huh.
There's some detail in that I was just like obsessed about. So
It's so well done. It looks amazing. Also, I low-key like how the boards on the ground kind of fracture before breaking. Because it's like in the game, there's a bit of decay when you start hitting a block. And so here they're doing that decay by like physically showing, all right, the wood is splintering, it's cracking, and then it's gone.
Yeah, it's very satisfying. Like the whole like Minecraft logic into real world rendering is done so well. This was the shot I was like, I gotta see what the earlier version of this looked like. I just had to take a deeper look into it because the way they handle this and then the diamond stuff is like super cool.
Diamond.
Look how
Yeah.
nice that looks.
Looks like it's made out of like candy.
It's like glowing though. It's brighter than it should be.
You're right, because it's doing the same thing where it's like catching more light than what's in the room. Let's say you wanted to film that shot 100% real. You know, you have to be shining spotlights at it from every single angle and flagging it off so that way it doesn't hit anything else in the scene. From the minimal VFX standpoint, you can like rotoscope it.
Yeah, it's like you could roto it and then do some color contrast, boost the colors and stuff like that. But this is definitely a 3D rendered replacement. There's also like that sheen. There's almost like an internal lightsaber in the center of it.
Yeah, they're adding like an actual glowing object inside that's emitting light. It looks so sweet.
Can we look at Chicken Jockey?
Chicken Jockey!
I mean, it's the most culturally famous part about this entire movie.
Here is Chicken Jockey from Minnesota.
You've heard about Chicken Jockey, right?
I've heard people say chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey.
I don't know how, but the kids these days create memes about things. Basically, this little baby zombie jumps onto the back of a chicken, and then Jack Black's character goes, "Chicken Jockey," and then everyone in the theater goes crazy.
Chicken Jockey!
Well, Jack Black in the movie says whatever is happening, it's like if this is a Minecraft thing, he's gonna tell you what the name of it is.
The Overworld! Flint and Steel. The Nether. Steve. They're the villagers. TNT. Firework rockets. Boots of swiftness. Diamond armor. Ender pearl. Crafting table. Slime cube. Elytra wingsuits. Water bucket. Chicken jockey.
In the movie, he just says chicken jockey.
Is it literally called a chicken jockey in the game?
It's probably called a chicken jockey in the game.
You guys don't even know. You guys don't even know what's going on with this meme.
Yeah, no, it's a chicken jockey. Yeah, it's still called a chicken jockey.
This is a chicken jockey. The jockey that rides the chicken.
Yeah, it's just like this little baby zombie who rides a chicken. See, he doesn't even say it like the way people think he says it isn't how he says it.
Chicken jockey.
What do you mean? That's
said-
exactly how I said it.
No, everyone says it like chicken jockey.
No, he's like worried about it. He's like, uh-oh.
Like chicken jockey. He's like, uh-oh, there's a chicken jockey.
Just go to like explainthismeme.com or something.
I'm explaining where we are explaining.
I felt old for a while.
We're making ourselves look so old by even looking at this.
I do really love nonsense memes like, you know, Dat Boy.
This was thousands of theaters, Niko.
Yeah,
It was a huge problem.
On our tier list of like movie trends, like is chicken jockey cooler than wearing suits to Minions?
Here's something you've never seen.
I am incapable of judging the coolness of that. I am disqualified. I don't understand I just don't understand it. I support it, I get it, but I don't understand how it formed.
What do you guys think of the VFX in this movie?
Slime cube.
Dude, that slime was so satisfying. Why were those kicks so feeble?
I know, right? Weakest spin kick. That's ultimate green screen acting. It's like they say, all right, just do something, and then like we'll make the scene work.
Whoa.
He like grabs the guy and throws him, and then like does like the most pathetic dive before blowing up. And he like kind of
He's tripping. He's about to freaking break his collarbone on the railing.
he like trips and then stumbles and eats it.
The explosion's sick though because it kind of does come out of nowhere to a degree. It's kind of like.
So boom, boom. It looks sweet. Looks tight. Yeah, boom.
Tesseract. Whoa.
Oh, well, that's really funny how it's
that
still
was kinda
floating
cool.
in the air.
Yeah, there's pieces still floating in the air.
Seriously, that's the Tesseract.
So the thing you're calling the Tesseract, they're calling it the orb in the movie.
Oh, really?
But it's not an orb.
But that's the joke.
I guess so. Okay. Fair. I guess so. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty funny, actually.
Now we're in real steel. Dude.
Wow.
Crunch.
This is the smallest bit of follow through.
There's lots of cool shots in the movie. There's lots of cool scenes. Like the explosions are done really well. There's just like a lot of really well executed stuff in it that I was surprised to see from a mega $1 million movie, you know?
Yeah.
I think they did a really good job making it like feel really tangible.
So yeah, don't judge a movie by the trailer, they say. I mean, it was a pretty bad trailer, actually.
It was a pretty bad trailer.
Have you guys seen Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl?
You mean Pirates of the Caribbean?
Caribbean.
No, it's Caribbean. What does this app think it should say?
Caribbean.
Caribbean?
Pirates of the
Caribbean.
This is the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie, directed by Gore Verbinski. We were always talking about how Davy Jones is like one of the most incredible CG characters ever that I think we completely glossed over that the first movie's got some pretty cool effects in it with all of the skeletons revealed by moonlight.
Wow, it actually looks more CG-ish than I remember. Like, it's really good, but like some of the black levels don't quite match with some of the shots. That monkey looks pretty dang good, though.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think all of these skeletons look pretty good, considering.
They look great. I mean, I can see the technology limitations preventing the rendering from being like photoreal. Like where the simulation of materials and surfaces and light is not quite as robust as it needs to be to get us 100% of the way there, like they did with Davy Jones. But it's like getting us like 90% of the way there.
But the animation is so dang good that I feel like that it still works for me.
You best start believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner. You're in one.
Whoa, yeah, I like that shot.
So don't forget, like this movie was being worked on in the very early 2000s. CG characters weren't really a thing yet. What they did was they rehearsed everything with all the actors playing all these skeletons here. So they recorded a take with everyone doing their actions and doing all that stuff. It was carefully choreographed. And then they do the scene again without any of the actors in there so that they don't have to do any paint outs.
Oh, okay.
There's a few shots where they have to be painted out. His hand comes out, obviously we're seeing a full transition from his real hand to the skeleton hand. That's gonna be a paint out in the transition there. And same thing when he fully enters in too, and you can see his hat get eroded away to reveal the background. That's just a tracked in background plate. Dude, the design of these guys, they put so much effort into, because it's like they didn't want to have just skeletons, you know? This isn't like Ray Harryhausen.
This was a direction that we didn't end up going in.
They wanted to have these pirates be decomposed but still living. And so they did various things like, they basically took every actor and they tried to do a bunch of 2D sketches to make them look like their decomposed bodies while still living. But they needed to have enough identity to them that you can still tell which character that skeleton is. You know, there's like the two goofy guys, you could always tell who they are. One with his eye that keeps popping out and the other guy with the balding head. Another thing I found interesting is that these 2D artists, they would make these strips of skin physically and like paint them and whatnot, and they would scan them. And then the 2D artists working on the textures for these guys would use that as like a punch out. They would like paint onto the surface of the models with these bits of real skin or prop skin developed by the prop department. Carefully doing that across everyone's faces so that you could really get that decayed skin while still keeping the likeness of the actor underneath. Now it's a fully CG shot we're seeing here. The hat, the hair, the coat, the skeleton, of course, is all entirely generated here. You can kind of tell the age of the rendering by looking at the glass and the liquid rendering. The liquid sim itself, it's fine, but the liquid rendering looks a little dated. Looks great, but dated.
The other thing that's like a challenge with these kind of shots, especially like with the moonlit, foggy set, is figuring out your actual black levels. Because as somebody goes into the background, not only do the black levels come up, but everything goes to the color of the fog. And there's a couple moments here where things don't quite match. I'm sure they worked as hard as they could to make him match, but like, it's like they match really well there, but he doesn't quite match so well right there.
Yeah, he's like a little brighter, a little lifted.
That's what feels like early CGI to me, is when like the color level's like a little too contrasty or don't quite match.
Or not contrasty enough.
Yeah.
This scene in general is very high contrast.
There's like one spot at the very beginning where like I think it's a CG thing behind her, and it doesn't have, right there. Yeah.
Like really rough roto on her hair.
It's very strange. It's like a bunch of blurs.
They rotoed her hair, but they left a big patch of clean fog
yeah, in
behind
front
it.
of her face too.
Right here,
yeah.
watch it. Yeah, that was a really rough roto on her.
It's a rough shot. I bet you it's so blurry and like they're probably out of time, like whatever, nobody's gonna notice. But here we are.
Here we are.
20 years later.
Yeah, but like this shot, I think this is an incredible looking shot. And that's entirely done on a clean plate. So they rehearsed the motion with those same actors, and then those actors came back later on a motion capture stage and did the same action again. And that way, they're able to kind of like choreograph the combination of the actions of the actors with the action of the camera motion. And then they just have a clean plate to work with, and there's no painting out happening to kind of get that unified idea of what this shot is gonna be. It gets real crazy when you have soldiers that are now fighting them that are real. How do you combine them? So this is another example of them choreographing everything with the real actors who are the skeletons and the soldiers, and they get that down, and then they roll the real take without any of the skeleton actors in there. And so the soldiers all have to remember their choreography and just pretend like they're fighting someone.
That's how I do it.
Well, yeah, no, for sure. But remember, when they're making this in 2002 or whenever, this was kind of brand new thinking at the time. Real muskets.
Okay, so all these British guys are just fighting nothing?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is fun, yeah.
That's the way to do it, honestly.
Now this is a big reveal moment here, because it reveals that Jack Sparrow is also undead. How do you think they did that sword stab?
That's a good question. Let me see that again. Both of these are pretty good sword stabs. You can feel like the contact. That's probably split screen.
Or what if it's just a half sword and then they just add the end of the sword back on? It's mostly dark. It'd be a real easy sword to digitally add back in. I mean, they're obviously adding in that little bit behind him there. Yeah,
this shot's so cool.
Exactly, right?
pretty sick.
They're going in and out of it, so they're having to like go in and be like, okay, now you're skeleton,
Oh,
now
this
you're not.
is sweet. This is so good. Yeah, those transitions are so good. It's like the perfect match moving on the characters too.
Yeah. It's not just the bones underneath the outfit, like the outfit decays too, so it's a full replacement.
You have to have all the cloth motion going into the sunlight, or the moonlight being like, I guess it is sunlight technically.
You carry it through.
You have to carry all this. They have to have the sim going and like have all the flow of the cloth in the right spot, and then it finally gets revealed.
That's interesting.
Cloth simulations were a huge deal for this, and this is like, not early days cloth sims, but it's still relatively primitive, yeah. So like what they're doing here is they're basically animating both of these characters for the entirety of the shot, but through compositing, only revealing them when they're in the moonlight.
Sweet.
Yeah, somehow, after all these years, how have we never looked at that?
That's true. It's weird how we never looked at the Black Pearl yet.
Well, thanks for watching,
And
everyone.
with that, that's the end of the episode. Enjoy your weekend, everybody.
Chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey.
That's what the cool kids say, right?
no,
Am I
he
a
said-
cool kid now?
No, he says it like chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey.
Hey everybody, on quarterdigital.com you can watch this episode with more behind the scenes shots of leaked bootleg movie tapes that you can't get on YouTube without lawyers coming after you. Also, you get to see everything without ads, and we also get to see exclusive shows, and the vlogs are back, and we do a live stream every Wednesday and Friday. Sam shows you all the cool effects we're doing, and you help us stay independent, and we just really think it's super cool for everybody who supports us on quarterdigital.com. You guys are the best. That is why we exist. And all of you on YouTube, we love you too. Don't worry. You're like two children. We can't say which one the favorite is.
Oh, that's a sweet extended outro.
All right, bye.